What is good, people? It is the KOA podcast. I am Satsuki the Savage. He is everything animated, and we are here back. It's been about 3 weeks since our last podcast, and we are back to talk about One Punch Man Season 3.
One Punch!
Are you guys hyped?
Let's take a look at the live audience right now. Is everyone hyped? Oh.
No?
Okay, I think there's like maybe a couple crickets that are excited for
this. I mean, like we cater to all types of audiences. Bugs, creatures, ghosts.
All insects.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't discriminate.
The wind.
Not over here, the KOA podcast. But
that's right.
Yes, we are talking about One Punch Man Season 3. It's been a while since we talked about One Punch Man in general. I actually don't remember when Season 2 came out. I want to guess that it came out 22?
19?
Really?
20?
Really?
I feel I could be wrong.
Let's fact check that. Oh, you were right. You were right on the money. 2019. Wow, it's been that long?
And
6
15
years?
was the first season.
Yeah.
So
Damn,
it's been a
years?
decade.
My lord. Well,
I know. Time flies, man.
they say the best things in life you have to wait for, you have to be patient for. Spoilers, One Punch Man Season 3 isn't one of those things. It isn't one of those things. We're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of everything, but for starters, this is different studio again. So we're not different studio, but different director this time around.
Yeah. Whose greatest forms of entertainment are hentai.
Yeah, it was very funny when before the season even came out, the director was talking about basically he was trying to basically curb our enthusiasm by just going, hey guys, don't get excited because it's probably not going to be good. Essentially.
Right.
Essentially, that was his whole take.
We know you've been waiting 6 years for season 3, especially the way that season 2 ended, but yeah, tailor your expectations because you're going to be very disappointed. That's something to say.
You remember when Game of Thrones, like before that last season of Game of Thrones came out, and then there was like some interviews with the actors and whatnot.
Oh boy.
And I just remember how they were talking about. Yeah, I remember exactly how they were talking about the last season. And I remember the actor who played Jon Snow, they asked him, sum up the season 7 in one word. And he said, or what was the season 8 in one word.
Yeah.
And he just said disappointing.
If you could describe the season finale of Game of Thrones in one word, how would you describe it?
Disappointing.
And yeah, that's what this feels like, because although this season of One Punch Man, it doesn't have nowhere near the cultural influence that Game of Thrones did, at least for us Americans. This season was supposed to be monumental as far as what it was supposed to cover. This, in my opinion, this Monster Association arc is One Punch Man at its best. It has the most fights. It centers a lot of different characters, so it's one of those situations where everybody gets to eat. There's going to be one fight that you really adore in this arc. We may be jumping the gun, but after 2 episodes of One Punch Man Season 3, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good.
Not really. It's been a lot of talking and a lot of conversation just back and forth. I get it. It was in the manga, so it's fine. I almost feel I wanted to kind of hold back and wait and see, because I'm like, well, maybe the fighting animation will be decent.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, we haven't even gotten to any fighting. Maybe a little bit at the end of the most recent episode 2. where we saw a little bit of it, and it was fine. But I definitely think that they're cutting corners with this. Did you see in the most recent episode? I didn't even notice it right away till someone pointed it out. But Garo,
the electric slide.
He did the electric slide down a hill.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
I went, no, because I saw that and I was just like, well, again, I didn't notice it right away until I saw it in the comments, and then I went back and I went, you're shitting me.
I know. Here's the thing, because people, I see there were a lot of people posting that clip on Twitter and whatnot, and a whole bunch of people were like, you guys are nitpicking. I noticed it immediately as soon as I seen it. I said, what is this animation? It's just like they took a PNG and they just slid it across the screen. It looks like YouTube editing that I would do for my next free run video or something, to make it look like actual animation. But yeah, Garo just, and it's, now mind you, it is minor in a grand scheme of things. Like, that's not a fight or anything. That's not something that we were looking for. We weren't excited to see Garo go down a hill. It's just a sign that things aren't looking too good, because if a slide looks like that, it makes you think, how are the fights going to look? And we got a little glimpse of it, but as you said, there was a lot of talking that happened. And of course, they are being accurate with what is going on in the manga, but they did, for whatever reason, like shuffle parts of this chapter, or parts that the material that happened in this chapter, in this episode, with the whole Garo versus Bug God and Royal Ripper thing. And that's another thing too. For any anime onlys, if you're anime only, you're disgusting, and you should feel bad about yourself. But if you're anime only, yeah. Well, if season 1, that's one thing. But if you go into season 2, and God forbid season 3 anime only, something needs to change. But I only say that to say the names that we may be referring to different characters might be different, because I think, what did they call Royal Ripper in the anime? Because I think they used the Viz translated names for these characters.
I almost feel like they did Jack the Ripper. It was like they actually paid homage to the England killer.
It was like King something. It was like King something.
Ripper or something.
Probably. And then like they called a Fubuki group the Blizzard Bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Yeah, so it sounds goofy. I mean, it is One Punch Man name, but yeah, we may be referring to other characters by different names just because we read the non-official version of One Punch Man, if that ever does exist. But yeah, not the Viz translated names. Garo versus Royal Ripper and Bug God, for the brief glimpse that we got of it, the scene got shuffled because the talking that they did before, or the cutaway that they had for where we're seeing Garo and all of that stuff, it happened a little differently. They basically showed you a lot of the fight, and then they did the cutaway for Garo to give the narration and whatnot. So it was a lot different. I felt like the way they broke it up was strange, because it made me in the audience just go, all right, can we get to the fighting? Like, what exactly were we doing here? I don't think the buildup was too great for what they were going for. The brief fight that we got, honestly, it was decent. I didn't think it was terrible. Bad. Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was serviceable. Like I wasn't offended by anything that happened. Again, it is just a brief portion of the fight. So really, next episode is going to be the testament to whether or not this season is just irredeemable or, I guess, serviceable, because the ceiling looks kind of low. I feel like if I jump, my head is going to go through the ceiling with the potential for this show.
You'll just you'll just stand up and go right through the roof, and half your body's just going to be covered, and you'll just be like, "Well, that was a lot less than I thought."
Have you ever have you seen Angel Beats?
Yes.
You remember that one scene where the guy's in the chair? He's in the chair, and then Yuri presses the button. He just yeah, that's basically the Zilla One Punch Man.
They knew it was so good that they did it in an instant replay slow motion. That's what was great about that scene.
Yeah, they did that gag like 3 different times in the same episode, but it was funny every time.
Yeah, God, it's been forever since I've seen that.
Yeah,
man.
Possible KOA show we talk about Nakama Club, perhaps, perchance.
Maybe I'll watch it again. I'd gladly watch it again.
That's easy to get through too. 13 episodes, I believe. Another complaint I have, they need to cut out this Miami Vice filter that they got going on. These 3D glasses filter. I'm so tired of seeing it. They did it like so many different times that it just got annoying.
They did it so many times where it was like the first episode, I think, where they held on Fubuki's face for a solid 10 seconds with it while Saitama's playing the game with King, and it's just like, how do you do this? And they're just like explaining it and everything. And sure, that's fine, but because we're reading the subtitles and everything. But I can imagine if that was like dubbed and you can understand the language, you're just staring at her face for 10 seconds without it cutting away. And that, like you said, that's a good way of putting it. It looked like some, I don't know, I was thinking like some kind of like TikTok filter where it was just, trying to be artsy fartsy, but I'm like, what is that? Why are they doing that? That is annoying.
Yeah, that is just an odd direction to go with, and it seems like that's just going to be a consistent thing that they do. Whenever we get like close-ups or inner monologue, we're going to get that 3D glasses filter. Seems like that's just going to be the signature for the season, whatever reason. I will say, on a bright side, I personally do like the character models for this season as opposed to season 2. I thought a lot of characters are off model for season 2.
Yeah, they redid what's his name? The really muscle guy, Black Blaster.
Darkshine.
Sorry, is that what he's called in the manga?
Yes.
The anime.
Super Alloy Darkshine.
Okay. Yeah, I got the name wrong then. But yeah, they redesigned him, made him look a lot better. I thought they did a good job with him. And yeah, everyone else looks great as well. So I agree with that.
Yeah. And we got we didn't talk about the opening, which I like the song. I don't think it's better than the first song, obviously.
No.
I do think it's better than season 2's. Song is,
I remember season 2.
Yeah. The song is great. I'm like mixed on the visuals. There were some portions of the visual that I really liked. I thought whenever they showed Tasamaki and like they're showing her flying, and whenever it was like actual animation, it was good. But I would say half of it wasn't really animated. It was just, we're going to have like one group right here and then split this, and then another group is right here. And it was that whole thing, which they weren't really animating anything. And then they had that one shot where Saitama's cape is floating, and they basically just put actual episodes in the cape as it's like as it has like this 50% transparent filter over it, so it's like it's blending in the cape. I'm like, that's kind of lazy, but yeah, I agree. It's the intro, there was moments where it just felt like if you were to do like a freeze frame, or like especially towards the end, it's just like a movie poster essentially, where everybody's just like bunched together, just squished in and whatnot. But yeah, song's fine. Intro, I skip it. Not like the first season where I play that every time. Yeah, as much as I like the song, it doesn't really get me hyped for the episode, and that's what I think openings are supposed to do. it's not just supposed to be a good song by itself. I think it's supposed to get you in the mood, and that's why sometimes it's okay to skip an opening. A la ReZero has done that plenty of times where they just forsake the opening because they feel partially because they want the actual episode to be longer, but sometimes it's just not necessary. So this opening, it doesn't really get me hyped for One Punch Man as it did, as compared to season 1, that what that got everybody hype to get into One Punch Man. They got your adrenaline rushing and everything. So I think it misses the mark in that regard, but it's not like a horrible thing. That's not why people are down on this season of One Punch Man. And speaking about other people's opinion on it, yeah, it's not looking good. Just to make things transparent, this is how the seasons have gone. This is all according to my anime list. You could take or leave their scores. I think while I don't wholeheartedly believe in how high or how low a score is for my anime list, typically things are never underrated in terms of the ratings for my anime list. If you have a low score on my anime list, you probably deserve it, is what I'm saying. So season 1 of One Punch Man had a 8.8 or 4.8, which is pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Anything above an 8, I would say, is good to great, depending on the score. So sitting in the middle, 8.5. That's a good score. That's a really good score.
Mm-hmm.
That was season 1. Season 2 saw a little dip, about a 1 point dip, 7.54. Now, anime in that range typically are usually like, some of them are sleepers, but mainly they're just decent anime, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, because you can't go by like a actual what the actual median is for a score. Like 5 does not mean mid for my anime list standards. Mid by my anime list standards is like a flat 7. So a 7.5 is above the average. But for One Punch Man, that is kind of a disappointing score. So that's what that was. And then season 3.
Should we get a drum roll?
Are you ready for this? Or you want to take a guess at what the score is again?
I'm gonna only 2 episodes so far. Did it dip? I'm gonna say it dipped down 1 more point. It's gonna be like a 6 something, like maybe a 6-7.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
6.57.
It dipped 1 whole other point.
Yes. Big fall from grace. Dipping a whole point from season to season is a very bad thing, especially typically when you go season to season, there's going to be less people watching the next season, the sequel. And that may sound like a bad thing, but that's actually a good thing, because the people who stay there, the audience that they retain, are going to be fans of the series. That's why when you see like a series, it's not just what happens in the story, but sometimes when you see an anime like Attack on Titan and you go season to season, the score usually gets better and better and better, because the longer you go, the more of the core audience is retained. Because in the season 1, there's going to be a lot of casual people who are watching it, maybe people who are just curious that give their score. But once you get to the sequel, then it's like, those are the people who are already interested. Therefore, the score is going to be skewed. What I'm saying is, again, season 3 is supposed to have all the core fans of One Punch Man watching at this point, because it's a season 3. And the fact that it's sitting at a 6.57 right now is not a good thing. That's a very bad sign. So already we have the director who prefaced he tried to temper our expectations by saying this might be a little ass. We have we had the lack of news that came out for One Punch Man for the longest. Remember, we didn't have a date We didn't have a trailer. We didn't have anything for this for the longest.
No, we didn't have a single thing going on for it.
Yeah,
except for maybe a week or two in advance, maybe.
And that's never a good sign.
I mean,
yeah, and that's never a good sign. And then you have these 2 episodes, and while I think these 2 episodes, if I were to give it a score, I would say this season, I'd probably give it like a 6, because I think it's been all right, you know, and
I mean, nothing's really happened so far.
Yeah. But, you know, there's some moments I'm laughing, like the whole Saitama fry scene with Fubuki. I thought that scene was really funny. When he just he sets the fries like a landmine to get her to pay for the meal, because he forgot his wallet. So I thought that was funny. But it's scenes like that, you know, that the actual material, you know, when it's not in the case of how bad or good this may look, mostly bad. But yeah, just the core material, you know, it makes me laugh. So I think it's serviceable thus far. But I'm very worried for whenever it gets to one of like the premiere fights. Because
for sure.
Right now, even with this fight, this Bug Guy versus Garo, or Bug Guy and Royal Ripper versus Garo fight, this is not one of the premier fights in this season.
Nope. There's so many fights.
Yeah, it's a lot. Won't spoil anything for any heretic anime only people, but for
heretic
for the premiere fights, that's when the lights are going to get brighter. That's when the criticisms are going to be at an all-time high, because even if this fight doesn't end up being well, people are going to make fun of it. I'm going to laugh, but it's not going to matter that much. Once it starts to get the stuff that I care about, and EA already knows like some of the fights that I personally like, and we're kind of gearing up to get to those fights. It's going to happen very soon. Once we get to those fights and it ends up being disappointing,
you're going to be singing a different tune.
Yeah. And the fact that the score is this low already, I can't imagine what would happen if they get to one of those key fights and they mess it up. Then we're going to see an avalanche. We're probably, honestly, we might see a drop off to the likes of The Promised Neverland, which I thought I never would see. We might see a slide like that.
With One Punch Man, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like, I hate to make it seem like that, you know, we're just gonna point the finger, oh, it's the studio's fault, oh, it's the animator's fault, oh, this. And I understand they work hard and they're only doing what they, with what the resources that they have and whatnot. But then you have what just came out a couple days ago, My Hero Academia, with one of the best looking anime episodes I've ever fucking seen. I mean, you maybe have seen it, where I haven't been keeping up with My Hero, so I couldn't tell you a thing about it. But all I know is the last episode is like one of the highest rated episodes of the year, with a 9.8, and it looks gorgeous. Like, did you see it?
No.
I definitely give it a look, or I'll even send it to you after this, and you can check it out.
Okay.
You don't have to know what's going on. You just have to look at it in awe and go, Bones is fantastic. Because they did their thing with what they had, and it's just a shame, because like, I understand not every anime is going to need that high level of animation, especially with what you get with maybe some lesser knowns, or just ones that don't look as big a spectacle or whatnot.
Yeah.
But this is One Punch Man.
And that's the problem. Yeah.
This is One freaking Punch Man, where the manga is drawn so beautifully and it looks so good and crisp, and you just look at it and you could take anything out of that manga and put it up on the wall and hang it up and frame it like a work of art, because it just looks so good. But then yeah, I think that's where everybody's just getting annoyed with this because we know what to expect. We know it looks great, and this is what we're getting as a result of it. Almost reminiscent of, was it earlier this year? I think it was almost a year ago. Uzumaki.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Uzumaki. Where the first episode, beautiful, gorgeous, great, and then everything else after that was just, yeah. More PNG slides happened in that too.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah. And you had the nail on the head. It's not just, we watched a show that didn't have stellar animation whatsoever. I don't think the art was great either for the Fable. And even though the Fable is an action series, the Fable doesn't rely on the fights keeping you interested. It's the drama, the character growth, the characters themselves, like what they go through, that makes that story interesting. And although One Punch Man does have other aspects of the series that you like, regardless of the fights are some of the character moments are communicated through the fights. So when the fights look lackluster, when the animation isn't up to par, then a lot of things fall apart. So that's not to say that everything needs to be ufotable, tax evasion, dollars, money. Not everything has to look like that. But One Punch Man has to be held to a certain standard because of the series that it is, and what goes on in it. So yeah, I'm scared for this. I think it's going to keep slipping if what we seen from it is the consistency for the rest of the season. I'm really hoping that they end up doing what they did for season 2, which is the majority of season 2 did not look good, but that Garo versus the Heroes fight, they decided, all right, we're going to actually make this fight look good. Like we're going to leave here with something. I honestly rather the season just have one high peak than it just look mediocre throughout the whole thing. For real, just pick one fight. It better be the right one. But pick one fight and just go, all right, this fight, we're going to bring the A team here. We're going to put in all our starters. And we're going to make sure this bangs out. The rest of everything, fuck it. Sacrifice it. I don't care. Yeah. Because honestly, I don't think this season is going to end up being anywhere to the level of the material, how much it warrants quality. I don't think it's going to reach that. I don't think it's going to reach its potential. So
yeah,
just crash out.
I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. It would, like, to be honest, with this season, if we get even a halfway decent fight that's even decently animated, I think it would be a win. Just because of how much we're just kind of like hyping it up and just very low expectations when it comes to the season. So it's, if we got even a mildly good fight that looked serviceable, almost kind of like Sakamoto Days, you know what I mean? Like that, I would say that's a serviceable anime.
Yeah. It definitely didn't have stellar animation. It was just, it is what it was. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So
yeah, it wasn't a bunch of what was that one anime? I don't even remember, but I swear to God there was an anime that came out where it was just like screenshots and it was just zooming in and like zoom outs and it was just a still frame and it looked like it was fighting the whole time. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think you may be talking about Record of Ragnarok. Maybe.
Oh, that sounds familiar. I think that's it. Now that's horseshit.
I think I know where scene you're talking about. Because, yeah, it was just like a whole bunch of screenshots that they put on screen instead of actually animating anything. It's like, yeah, you're not fooling us. Yeah, man. It seems like we're getting the 7 Deadly Sins treatment.
Man. Oh, boy. That's another studio that, wow. I mean, I don't watch it or anything, but I saw the meme of him laying in bed looking like he drew an extra foot. How does a human foot look like that? No, it's just totally well animated.
The look on his face. He was looking so stiff, and his chest was bulging for some reason.
I know. Yeah, it's like he's not relaxed. Even when he sleeps, he's muscular.
Yeah, we didn't really even talk about the episodes themselves, but I mean, I guess we didn't say this for full disclosure. We've both read the manga, so this is not a new experience for us. And also, I just don't think nothing much happened in these 2 episodes. Really, all that happened was Garo being classified as a monster. We got to see Tario in these episodes. Garo got the assignment of having to kill a hero to be considered a monster, which he's like wandering the streets, wondering why a monster needs to be able to do that. And I guess one big thing that happened was the Narinki group, which is the guy with the lips. That's the best way I can describe him. The boss guy.
With the lips.
Yeah. He yelled at the Hero Association to do better and find his son because his son got kidnapped. So he decided he was going to give this like mercenary group some tools and some suits to go fight the Monster Association. And they got off screen. They got their ass whooped. And yeah. And they got whipped by Does. And she turned them into her slaves. Which when I was live reacting to that, there were
a lot of horny squids.
Yeah. I'm not a Does fan, but any of you Does fans, hey, hope you eat.
I want to say she's just kind of there, but I mean, I get it. People like the design. People like to be stepped on. That's what they're into. She fits the bill, you know? Yeah.
I'll take Fubuki. I'll even take what's her name? Mizuki. The track star one, though, with the orange hair, the muscle one.
Yeah. That's got the big old thighs.
Yep.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Also, yes, Fubuki is always great. I always forget that she's voiced by one of our favorite voice actors, so it just makes it even better.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just like she looks so much better in the manga, especially like Mr. Yusuke Murata doesn't even have to try. He's just like, oh, you want Fubuki? There's a perfectly drawn Fubuki.
He would literally dedicate entire covers to Fubuki, even when she was not even in the chapters. Murata loves Fubuki. He loves drawing that character. Really both the Esper sisters, but I feel like he had to learn to love Tatsumaki because Tatsumaki wasn't getting as much love before. And then he decided, hey, I could just give Tatsumaki an ass. And then after that, he just decided, I'm going to draw her on covers too.
Pretty much. I remember that, especially, in later chapters and whatnot. You're just like her skirt, little outfit thing, whatever you want to call it, just kept getting shorter and shorter and just showed more cheek. And you're just like, okay, that's a thing. That wasn't there before.
Yeah. Yeah, Murata definitely took his liberties, but hey, who am I to say? Shit,
man.
You would think like this would have been a match in heaven, like a hentai director plus Murata's horniness. You would think like, but no,
right?
It wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't. I mean, what did this man make? This hentai director? Did he must have been the backup director or something.
Next podcast, we got to study the hentai they directed
for research.
I'm actually interested in what the at least the name. Let me look that up.
You can just see that working out. It's like, okay, this scene looks actually really good. It's serviceable.
Oh, I see. I can see the influence.
In One Punch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, he there's that TikTok filter again. Nice. That's his signature.
Okay, here's the director. Shinpei and the guy. Okay, here's one. Oh my god, this looks horrific.
Oh my god.
It's called Buta Hime-sama or Hime-sama. The English name is Queen Meets Orc.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The covers the orc kind of having
its way with a person.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a visual novel.
You could do? This is the best you could do? God.
You made it look like that Joker had the camera in Dark Knight.
Oh, I know which part you're talking about. So this is what happens when Gotham goes crazy. Starting tonight. I'm a man of my word.
That's it for One Punch Man, essentially, season 3. I don't know. There may be another podcast where we talk about this. We're free flowing, so
yeah, we'd have to like if there's like something to talk about, especially with the animation. Like, I'm expecting next episode is going to be talked about, whether that be good or bad.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I
when
mean,
that will happen, who knows?
Yeah, I'm in my One Punch Man season 3 director's voice. Don't expect anything from us. just don't. But I mean, who's to say it doesn't even need to be One Punch Man? It could be something else that we that caught our eye this season. What did you say? Oh, Spy Family. I haven't watched Spy Family yet. I
haven't either. I honestly haven't watched any other anime other than a couple here and there. Just I always like to give anime the first episode treatment just to see if they're worth a damn.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stinkers this year season, and there was one I saw that looked like it would have been something, but it's just like any other anime. It's the work one, like My Work Senpai or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh no, EA!
Listen,
why?
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying I saw it because I gave it a chance. But then I saw everything else and was just like, oh, it's mid. It's just like any other anime. I want there just be a work anime where it's real. It doesn't have to be boring real, but I want it to be like, just, you know what I mean? Like people interacting with one another, not teenagers that are in the bodies of adults.
Okay. I can't say I've seen anything like that. Because whenever someone's talking about like office stuff, I'm thinking of like Wotakoi. But I would say like that, you know, that is, I won't say they're not adults, but they have like that super childish element to them. So I wouldn't really say that fits your criteria.
Yeah, they always do. They always do it with that. But one of these days, maybe I'll be rich and famous and make my own. Show everybody how it's done.
Yeah. Be a producer.
That's right. I'll be the one with the cigar, putting my feet up, going, I did it.
I'll say the only thing I've watched this season, that's airing this season, I should say, because I have been watching I've been going to like my backlog of stuff. But I did watch this one show called May I Ask for One Final Thing. That was the villainous anime that I was telling you about that one time, EA. I watched the first 2 episodes of it. It was all right. It honestly doesn't really stand out to me. Like, I feel like if we were to watch it, we would have probably been excited for the first episode. But after that, it kind of loses its steam because it, to me, becomes very predictable. I won't really go over anything for anybody that's interested in it, but yeah, I have watched that and it was cool. Nothing to complain about, but also not too much to praise.
I guess the final one I saw, just real quick, was the Santa Claus anime.
You actually watched that one?
The first episode. It's really well animated. Like I don't know if I'm in the mood to watch a Santa Claus movie in the fall or a show in the fall, just because I'm like, whatever. The characters looked like something out of Tim Burton. I'll give it that.
It's the same person who did Beastars. Same writer.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, but it looked good, animation wise. It looked good, but I don't know if I'd ever finish it. It looks kind of basic, but that's it for me.
Yeah. I was gonna say I did start. Like I said, I went back to my backlog. I'm trying to finish March Comes In Like a Lion season 2, since I didn't finish that.
Oh.
As well as Girls Band Cry. I have like 3 episodes of that. Yeah, because it was a lot of things that I just kind of just soft dropped for no reason. Because both of these anime I enjoy, especially Girls Band Cry. So yeah, I'm just trying to finish some backlog stuff with the free time that we now have for KOA. Like, I'm just getting certain things done, trying to be a little productive. But yeah, for you guys that are hungry for another episode of KOA, whenever we feel like there's something to talk about, then that's when we'll have another podcast. Like I said before, way back when, probably can expect 3 or 4 of these within the season. I don't expect us to do a lot of these, unless the idea that I floated to EA, he takes the bait on it.
Oh yeah.
Because then we'll have some things to talk about.
Yeah, I might just have to set us some time for that.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, that is it for the podcast. This time on One Punch Man season 3. If you had one word to describe season 3 thus far, EA, what word would you use?
I don't know if it's a whole word, but it's definitely that gif. I expected nothing, and I was still disappointed. From Malcolm in the Middle.
I got one word. You're not going to be able to hear this, EA. It's just going because it's going to play off my Stream Deck. But
okay,
if I could say one word to describe it, it would be fuck. You guys have a good night, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be in the world while you're watching this. Like, comment, subscribe to us for more content. We hope to see you whenever. Peace out.
Later.